Roll me a dice and tell me what my chances are if I'm born 1,000 miles away, placed into malnourished hands, too light to be weighed, fed by donations, squeezed through blockades, lullaby to the white noise of war, gunfire and air raids, rocked to a firework display, a mother's hungry snuggle, skin eventually coated with struggle, born to survive and make joy of what remains, broken wishes, and building a future from rubble. Roll me a dice and tell me what my chances are if I'm born a different shade. The odds stacked against my back, the whiteboard pieces maneuvering the black, just like our names left blank in itinerary lists on ancestral ships, squeezed out of air because of skin, choked out of a future because I'm richer than you in melanin. I can't breathe, I'd say. I can't breathe, I'd say. I'm only human. Roll me a dice and tell me what my chances are if I'm born into a failed revolution, named after a father that I've never met because it's the closest thing to a reunion. I was told a bullet took his life and now my country's flag is an emoji, my photo plastered on a GoFundMe. But tell me what my chances are if I got on a boat and tried to cross the sea. Roll me a dice and tell me what my chances are if I was a young woman trapped between the forgotten crevices of war, a face seen but not heard, traded and sold, and once that's done I'm exchanged as emotive currency for the world, a viral news piece to shock and stun, forgotten in a month. But where am I to flee to? I can't escape, I can't outrun the barrel of a gun still pointing right at me. Roll me a dice and tell me what my chances are if I'm a son who thinks I have to fight in my father's shoes because the world has told me to. Because I've seen the worst of man, the man who fights, the man who kills, the man who chooses not to help, and worst of all, the man who records it to take home to spin his web of deceit. Tell me what my chances are when I grow up knowing no seasons but anguish, no colors, no warmth, just shades of pain and heartbreak. Roll me a dice and tell me what my chances are if I'm born into a different faith and end up unmarked in a mass grave, lost in a sea of unknown limbs. But where do we begin to sift when bodies are scattered side by side, a deck of cards laid out, an abandoned magic trick, loved ones recognized by a jacket torn or distinguished by a Pharaoh's ring, and others are only known by the shapes of the bullets on skulls broken in. Roll me a dice and tell me how many you can kill with just one bullet. One bullet does not make one dead. One bullet makes orphans. One bullet shakes innocent children awake, drags them out of bed. One bullet does not make one dead. It penetrates like an epidemic. One bullet spreads. One bullet does not make one dead. It kills widows because absence is a serial killer, and one bullet never weds again. One bullet does not make one dead. One bullet becomes a tank. One bullet becomes a warplane flown overhead. One bullet becomes embargoes. One bullet means I'm never fed again. One bullet does not make one dead, because one bullet means we can't roll the dice again.